3 players poised for huge breakout season. Exclusive analysis. Now let's check out 3 players that we will keep an eye on this season, but before we continue, be sure to like our video to strengthen the channel. Let's get to the analysis. The Montreal Canadiens are in the midst of their preseason, so nothing has been set in stone yet when it comes to lines and defense pairings for the upcoming season. The team still has a pair of preseason games left on their schedule to iron out the final roster spots and tinker with possible combinations for opening night. With 72 players showing up for training camp on day 1, it took some time to find the right pieces, but that will come before the Canadiens take on the Toronto Maple Leafs to open the regular season next week. With such a young roster, we should expect growth from many players on the 2023-24 Canadiens roster, but these 3 players are due for the biggest breakout seasons of all Habs. Raphael Harvey-Pinard has a hard time convincing an NHL team to take a chance on him when he was playing junior. Once the Canadiens took him with a late-round pick, he quickly rewarded them with great play and showed he was well worth a 7th-round draft choice. Harvey-Pinard scored 9 goals and 20 points in 36 games as a rookie with the Laval Rocket, which matched Gallagher's point totals and games played when he was a rookie in the AHL. The undersized winger continued to prove his stature would not hold him back at the pro level when he scored 21 goals and 56 points in 69 games in 2021-22 with the Rocket. Last season, he had 16 goals and 31 points in 40 games with the Rocket before being called up to the NHL. In 34 games with the Canadiens, Harvey-Pinard scored 14 goals and 20 points. Some might consider that a breakout already, but RHP needs to convince everyone again this season that he is good enough to be a full-time member of the National Hockey League. The Canadiens have a number of young defensemen looking to make their mark at the NHL level this season. Many of them have already played a lot of games last season, but there just isn't room for everyone. Jordan Harris played a lot of minutes on the 3rd pairing with Kovacevic last season, but proved to be a steady defensive player, smart positional defender and trusted penalty killer as a rookie. In 65 games, he had just 4 goals and 17 points, but did prove to be a capable puck mover, but in a slow and steady and not a flashy way. He just makes smart reads and high-percentage plays on a regular basis. He is the kind of player who routinely makes good plays but rarely makes a play where you leap out of your seat. He profiles as the kind of player who could soon turn into a big minute muncher that can play against tough competition and keep them off the scoresheet while moving the puck up ice for his teammates to create offense. With Edmundson gone, Harris is going to get a bigger chance to prove his abilities at even strength. The Canadiens traded a late 1st-round pick and an early 2nd-round pick for Alex Newhook at the NHL draft. After giving up a couple of big assets for the young player, he is sure to get an opportunity to prove himself. One thing we know about him already is he can really skate. It is the one attribute that really stands out when watching the 22-year-old play. Since then he has had his ups and downs at the pro level. He has scored 20 points in just 18 career AHL games, but has not been able to bring much offense at the NHL level. Newhook's career highs are 14 goals which he had last season and 33 points which he had in 2020-21. With him likely starting the season on the top line with Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield, where he will use his speed to create offensive chances for Caulfield to blast into the net, Newhook is pretty much guaranteed to blow past his previous career highs. With the Habs' 2 best offensive players as his line mates, don't be surprised if Newhook passes his career highs long before the end of the season and is one of the top scorers on the Canadiens this season. And now, Montreal Canadiens supporter, I want to hear from you. Of these 3 players, which one do you think can contribute the most to the team? I will keep an eye on Alex Newhook. I believe he has great potential. Put your opinion in the comments. I don't know if you're aware, but your opinion is very important to us. I'll be back with more urgent news at any moment.